Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Dire Bear. Welcome to Falskallan Nights. I am your host, the Bard with no name. I'm sorry about last week. We had a player be missing, and given everything that's going on in the story-wise, we wanted to try and have everybody singularly together to keep everything consistent and coherent. Because without, well, let's just be honest, trying to manage two different timelines at once is like Doctor Who stuff, and I'm not that great of a writer, so let's keep moving. But it's been a couple weeks and I've missed y'all. There are some announcements, which comes down to our sponsor. Thank you to D&D Beyond for sponsoring us tonight. That it, we wouldn't have all of our party in one consolidated spot. That way I can check on their health numbers, which I don't do anyway, but it's nice to know I can when I'm throwing a nice monster at them and watching them squirm. But with that, they also have customized options for encounters, building monsters. All the books are on there. And now that they've been bought out by Wizards of the Coast, everything can be consolidated further. What happens from there, I do not know, but I'm curious to see. We also have a couple of Twitch chat commands. And now, if you use at !Falskallan Nights, you get a little blurb of our game. It has been a couple of weeks since I've done this, and I'm starting to stumble good. So let's keep moving. Woo. Baby's had sugar, and we're hyper. But with that, we also have merch, Dire Bear merch. If you go to streamlabs.com/direbear, we can show you all the different shirts that we have for it. Steve, are you wearing your shirt tonight, or
not today? Unfortunately,
not tonight. Oh well, clearly letting us down. Just cheese, not towing the party lines.
That's better.
But we have that. I think with that, that's kind of everything. Am I forgetting anything? I don't think so. But I want to thank you all for coming by.
Hey.
I'm excited to run tonight's game of Falskallan Nights. Last time on Falskallan Nights. The Harvest Festival grows near, and Team Them is working on their plans, finding information on Lya Shaeras by scouring the research books of Isana Ravenford, understanding how elementals could be summoned, and how the mushrooms were being utilized to create a disease, Trollsbane. Great strides were made to ensure that the guards were prepared for any elemental that could be summoned, to ensure that they are properly contained if an event would happen. More espionage was attempted by Diamondback's alter ego and disguise, Kaifus, trying to find any damning information on Violet Fury. Learning that there's archives in the castle that he's staying at, that he would probably have to find the information there. With time starting to run thin and preparations running short, what will the hunters of evils and monsters do? They're currently in a meeting with all the head honchos of Menestad when a halfling walks in wearing metallic, shining purple armor and says, I hear there's a party for me. Pinmo turns around and looks at the door. Ah, there you are. I thought you were going to be later than this, but this works. Welcome, Fury. Pinmo, my friend. What can I do for you? I hear there's something special in store for me, and I want to be a part of it. We're setting up a trap for the cult of Lya Shaeras. We've got good information that they're kind of getting riled up by our local bard over here.
Some bastards jumped me in a back alley the other day.
You are doing your job quite well.
I'll try.
I don't recognize you. You don't seem guild. He looks over to both you and Yimmer, Diamondback and Yimmer.
We're recent additions. Various other organizations in town have been working together on this, kind of fostering trust and cooperation between different guilds of different specialities.
Also,
You're going
we
to dice
have
jail.
received a party boom.
Ooh, nice.
Thank you.
Oh,
Chris.
party boom. Let's
Say a boom boom.
Boon
boon.
from Hoops. Who missed?
Party boon.
Oh, it was from Tress.
Thank you, Traz. You guys gain advantage on your next skill check.
Ooh.
Yes.
Mm.
Well, I see that my efforts are doing me well. Gaining everybody that we need for this. I'm glad you're a part of this.
Happy to be a part of it.
You get the feeling that he doesn't recognize where you're from. Well, Harplin, Pinmo, Felderwind, Flemish. What do I have to catch up on here? Flemish pipes in. Well, we've been looking around and looking through these notes that Team Them have brought in. This is thoroughly extensive on a bunch of different mushrooms, how to summon elementals, and just general movement information. It's quite fascinating. He says that and he starts scratching his scales, and the form of the red dragonborn is just magnificent to see, even in the Academy Blacks. Felderwind pipes in. Yeah, well, everything else is going well too. We're looking in, but we just found two lockets that kind of vibe with each other, and we need to check this out even further. Fury looks over. I don't understand. What does these have to do with Lya Shaeras? Or anything that is going on? You seem to forget that there's a lot more than just Menestad here. Bloknesvik is now under quarantine. Lya Shaeras has been pushing in quite thoroughly. We don't know where they're coming in from, but they keep guerrilla tacticking us. I've called down Shifting Amber to make sure that everything can be helped and contained. But the battalion there is getting hammered hard. Onver is having an uprising. Citizens there are not happy with my commands. Apparently, starving them out is not healthy for them. What am I supposed to do? Everything here, I'm trying to starve this cult out, trying to bring them into the open so I can finish them, but it doesn't work. Explain to me why. He's looking around. Obviously, it's a rhetorical remark, but you see in his eyes a bit of desperation. And on this gnomish form, you see scars everywhere. Just the signs of battle, wear, and tear. Even though he's still like bald and has like a nice half visor going around the backside, mutton chop beard that he has, you can tell he's tired. Walks with an ache. Under Emerald Envy's commands, she's shut down Lumengai and Solness. These ports are helping to provide something to Lya Shaeras. I don't know what. She's not telling me these things. She may have found something or may not. She may be going off a hunch, but I trust in her ability. Also, a tenuate kobold has found a connection between these attacks. It seems to be during solstices, equinoxes. The next one's coming up right at the Harvest Festival. Again, because we like to time everything. We have to keep on very vigilant guard. How is the guard situation, actually? Burrick. He looks back, puts his hands behind his bald head, and says, I'm not the one in charge of doing that anymore. Gotta talk to the little green bitch over there.
Hey, it's Miss Green Bitch to you.
Hey, you got lucky. You got real
You
fucking
too.
lucky. Fury
Sure, I
steps
thought we
in.
were supposed to mind our manners around the table.
Fury steps in. I will have silence between all of you when I'm speaking. Do you understand what I thought? But he turns to Spleen. Well, you've been training them. What's going on?
They're doing fine in the safety of their own walls. The real test is when it actually happens. So really, that's up in the air. I gave them the best that I could. Advice, a little more of a perspective. They'll hold. I hope. Really comes down to the moment. But I feel like there's a lot more confidence now than before.
Have you actually summoned an elemental?
No.
He turns to Felderwin
What?
and Flemish. Next time she's doing training, get out there and summon elementals. I want to see if these guards are capable of actually holding their own. Flemish and Flemish and Felderwin look at each other just, we're not specialized in that. That's not what we do. I see things. Remember the title? Seer Orlin Felderwin? That's what I do. Flemish looks over. I'm an attenuate. I tend to books. I do things for research. I'm not a specialist in summoning. But we've been going through the nodes. We might be able to actually be able to do it. You give us a day. Let me see what I can do. Fury walks up to Flemish, and the height difference is very stark. You know, this 6'3" red dragonborn and this like 3'6" halfling. and the Dragonborn's getting a stare down. All right. You have a day. I wish to see what you can do. Don't disappoint me. He's standing in the middle of the.
Spleen just is yawning. Not everyone is, but just kind of just this whole thing.
Immo steps in. All right. Right. Well, do we have any plans for an ambush? Do we have any plans to try and bring these cultists out and, well, ensnare them?
Well, that seems to be happening pretty naturally to me anyhow. Like I said, was out and about earlier today, got jumped by one of them. Managed to make it out alive. Thankfully, they, well, I guess they thought that I wouldn't put up much of a fight. That being said, seems that my taking some shots at dear old Izana got their attention, and, well, I think slandering her name in particular is liable to rile some kind of reaction from them. So if you like, I can go out, keep on singing my songs, poking fun. Wouldn't mind having one or two other blades alongside me when I do that. Yim?
I'll be there.
But probably best if we are trying to lure them out piecemeal. That way, if there's folk protecting me, best be good at blending into the crowd.
Well, I'm sure I can be a little less obvious. Just this once.
You know, I'm not specialized in summoning, but if I can be supplied with a scroll and enough materials, I can probably learn how to do it.
Flemish looks over at you. Oh, jeez. That's what you get for eating banana bread on stream. Something went down the wrong throat. Son, we can get everything for you. Don't you worry. Himo and Fury and Karplin all look between each other. Karplin says, well, it looks like we have a plan. The festival's in another 2 days. I hope everybody will be prepared. I hope this works. Everybody's continuing to eat. The dinner goes on, and general conversation starts coming up, and you definitely see the cliques of people who are there, all within their own circles, chatting about. And the night comes to a close via that, where the dinner ends and everybody can go to their own doings, deeds, misgivings, sneakeries. So, Team Them, what are you up to tonight after this dinner has been?
That depends how fast they can get me a scroll and the materials needed. Because it's going to take some time.
So you're waiting on supplies?
If they want to and they can get me that stuff tonight, I'll start working on it tonight. Learn the
Did
spells.
you? So you said you wanted to try and start it tonight during the conversation? Because I'm trying to remember everything now.
No. I was offering, hey, I'm not, specialized in summoning, but if you can provide me something to learn it from and the materials I need for it, I can try to learn it and use it to help the training. So if they can get it to me tonight, I'll start inscribing that into my book.
Flemish comes to you after the dinner. Like everybody kind of disperses at the same time. You guys are. I'm assuming you guys are walking in a group.
Probably.
And
Yeah.
so Howard, you feel a real meaty claw hit your shoulder. Boom. You really want to start doing all this, writing everything down? Probably going to need at least me there to help you out. A lot of these formulas seem to be incomplete. Real serious on trying to do this? We're going to need all the help we can get.
My specialty is evocation, so I won't complain on assistance.
Jarok coming in from behind. I'm not specialized in summoning myself, but I have a better grasp of it all.
That's true.
Do we know anybody who can summon?
Oh, I think I'm able to do it if I can learn the spell.
Well, maybe it's something we should do either tonight or tomorrow morning.
Hey, I got nothing on my plate tonight.
Late night study session.
Y'all
Great.
y'all heading to the library for that?
You want to join us?
Well, I was thinking it might be worth it to, I don't know, dig through some of the town records they got here. Hidden jump kind of put a spook in me. I wouldn't mind seeing if I could figure a few escape routes before I go out next.
Make a deception check.
Thank God for advantage. I mean, he's lacing the deception with some truth, but it's,
That's the mark of a great deception, is sprinkling a bit of truth into it.
Yeah. I'd say that's deception.
Yep.
And Boone was next skill check at advantage.
Correct.
Thank you. Ooh. Well, that's a natural 20.
Well then.
Effortlessly, the words flow out of your mouth. The lies entwined with the truths. Nobody is the wiser. At least you think.
28 for the record. Yeah, like for measurement's sake. Yeah.
Hey. So Flemish looks. All right, well, late night study session. I'm going to be in the library. Jarok, Elris, let's go. Elris is like, can't believe I got to meet Violet Fury. Just walking by. What is everybody else? Everyone else up to?
Well, not gonna lie, going and reading a bunch of books this time of day doesn't really appeal to me. I don't know about anyone else. Spleen? I thought so. Anything you want to get up to? Any mischief? I've already had a bit of fun today, so I'm fine. Relaxed in and up, but I'm also fine, knocking some heads together.
I got nothing.
Please don't burn the castle down.
Why would I escalate to that?
Boredom has its way of enveloping people.
What do you like to do when you're bored, Hal?
Read.
Fuck you. Go away.
That's boring. Well, I guess if they don't want us to burn down the castle, the only thing to do is leave the castle.
That's true.
Can't start a
That's all
fire in
I've
something
got.
if you're not in it. Now, other buildings, that's an entirely different thing.
Eh,
No,
Um,
just kind of out of character. Did Yimmer find out anything after killing the two guys?
You're right. I forgot
was
about
yeah.
Was that just wanton murder?
that.
Go back in time.
Like, I'm fine with that.
Oh, fuck, I was supposed to get info.
Yeah.
You basically found out that there is a mushroom trade coming in and out. It's not like this massive industry within Menestad, but it's just food that's coming in and out. And you kind of looked over some of the supplies that were coming in after finding this information, what docks they were coming in on, and they looked normal. There didn't have any sort of special indications or markings or nothing out of the ordinary other than just, town brand names coming in or just basic supply companies.
And everything seemed to be accounted for.
Everything seemed to be accounted for. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Hmm.
Really.
Well, yeah, I didn't really get much from my wanderings. Could just wander for the sake of wandering. See if anyone wants to start something.
yeah, I'm up to some fucking business. I mean, I'm thinking probably taking it with fucking Gelbis.
Gelvin?
Gelvin. The annoying
That his
goblin
name?
that's fancy pants. Fancy pants.
Oh, yeah, fancy pants.
Yeah.
I believe she calls him Gelbus.
Gelbis.
Gelbus Presley.
Gelbis.
Yo, my brain is like half dead. I'm doing the best I can right now.
Let's go see Gilvis then. Mr. Fancy Pants himself.
Yeah, see how he's doing on his front.
See if any more cultists have kind of given him the runaround.
Yeah, that whole underground shit, it gets me thinking, because they're talking about how, like, the guerrilla tactics and shit. They're probably, like, underground tunnels. No. Wait! You might be onto something.
That would explain a lot. Where they get their muscle from. Gorillas are very strong from what I
If
hear.
you're able to tame them, they are a
Oh.
formidable foe.
Well, imagine a team of gorillas.
A stampede of gorillas.
We're walking, by the way, as we're talking about this.
So, but where?
The Galvis.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait.
Fancy Pants.
Okay.
Yeah, we're leaving.
Fancy pants. I'm out of there.
He was a part of the meeting too, actually. He
Yeah,
was
we're-
Oh, well, where'd he go?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah. So
We're-
I'll sniff him down. He wears cologne.
Make an animal handling check?
Okay.
Ooh.
I will.
You don't roll that at advantage. I'm just being a shit.
14.
14.
Yeah.
You recognize that stench anywhere.
Ah!
I don't know cologne brands. Chanel. Wait, is that perfume?
It's
Wait.
perfume, but, you know.
Ode to Gobbo.
I'll make my own brand. Go to smell like the rat you are. No, you can catch him outside, kind of chatting to Pinmo. They're standing basically at a height to each other. He's a bit, Gelvin's a little bit taller, but in his goblin form, you still just kind of like, you can definitely see the musculature within his suit. Like, a well-tailored suit, yes, but maybe a little too dude bro for it. Or Alvin and the Chipmunks, Chip and Dale.
Turn. So he has like a little bow tie, or
he, he does. Steve, that thought went straight through my mind the whole damn time. I just never said it.
okay, this paints a different picture.
Male strippers, childhood heroes.
Ooh.
They're talking to each other, and not so much as in a hush conversation, but you can definitely tell that they're keeping it on the down low. Walking right on up, Pimo looks, and Pimo's still on Daisy, his mastiff, but Daisy looks up. Pimo looks over. Ah. Is there anything I can help you with?
Yeah, yeah. Come seeing if there was anything we could help you with. It's all doing a little more of that book reading stuff, and it's not really all seen. If you kind of get our understanding, and just wonder if there are any rough and tumble areas, so to speak. Anything that needed to be roughed up.
You're looking for a fight. At this time of night.
Well, what else do you do at this time of night?
During a lockdown. During a curfew.
Oh, I forgot about that. Well, we could enforce the curfew.
We have our guards for that. And Galvin looks over. No, look, I was able to get around them.
Yeah, don't.
See, if you're sneaky, if they don't see you, then it's not a problem.
See, the bird gets it.
What? You call
You
me
still
a
have
bird?
that. Well, you don't have the feather now, but could understand if you did.
No. Do you know
You're
something?
If you're looking for something to rough up, well, I'd say, love, come to the tailor shop. There's probably a couple of Sabrex boys that would love to get into a fight.
Well,
I mean, that sounds nice. That we'll keep that on the table. I want to know if you've heard or seen any more of that underground shit.
Underground.
Yeah, the whole secret base. Do you know if they're making new ones?
I found a hole not too long ago. A couple days. But I sent my boys in there again anyway. I don't care. They came back. It was empty.
I would have laughed if they did not come back.
We're rats for a reason. We like finding holes and digging in them.
can understand that.
But if there's anything else, I'll come find you. I'll send one of my birds.
Okay, well,
Is it
Pimo
a
looks around.
pigeon?
Pimo looks at Gelman.
Pigeon.
You're gonna tell me this, right, too? As well? Right? Gelman turns over. Of course. He kind of just steps away. does like a half mocked bow, spins around, and just kind of keeps walking.
And what a grade A prick.
Yeah, really.
Tell me about it. Fury's the one who wanted him here. I haven't the damnedest reason why. What?
He's got connections. He does a lot of dirty work, and that's nice for those that don't want to do that. It's good to have people like that.
Fury's not the one to shy away from dirty work.
Really? Not with that purple hammer.
Wasn't always metallically shiny.
Hmm.
Nonetheless, I digress. If you're serious about looking for something to rough up some people, I suggest you do it to the guards tomorrow.
I'm gonna do that anyway. What? What?
Get some rest.
It's
We got
just,
a long couple days ahead of us.
Oh.
This is a lot less eventful than I hoped.
We're dealing with a lot of things over on our plates right now. I wish for us to be clean a little bit before we have to get dirty.
Who's researching the mushrooms?
You're not there, Hellstarian.
I didn't say anything.
You just see a random hand fly up from like down the hallway.
I don't know Mage Hand, but I can try and backhand you from a distance.
Coward.
Entitlement slap.
I'm asking because it doesn't affect me, so experiments probably great for me to really get my hands in it. And then this guy right here is pretty savvy with that shit. Mushrooms and whatnot.
Wait, you guys were testing them on people? And I didn't know?
They may be tested on people.
What? Let's go!
It better not be animals, because they're gonna get fucked up. It's only acceptable if you test on people.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Like, if you don't name the animal, it's a bit better. If you don't name the person, that works too.
Yeah.
You just say, hey, you, eat this,
Yeah.
see what happens.
Sign here. Don't worry about reading. You'll
Y'all
get
are
cash, and you'll get
special
paid,
purpose
and that's what counts.
Yeah, if they live, yeah, definitely.
Are you guys still at like just in front of, not in front of Pinmo because he's kind of just walked away, but
It's
he's just
kinda
kind of having this
back away.
conversation.
Okay.
I don't even know right now. My brain's not working. I'm
Yeah.
just like
Great, we have like one collective brain cell in this group, and Alan has it.
Not with either of us.
I would say, honestly, Yimmer has the brain cell at the moment for this small little group right now, because I still have the song free falling in my head.
Wow, what do you got? What are you up to?
I'm going to be assisting Jarok as best as I can and as best as he'll allow.
Okay, so you're
seeing if maybe I can add. I'm still the one holding on to the gauntlets. Is that right? The old gauntlets, or did we turn those over?
Yeah, you have those.
Okay,
The leather
I'll be
ones.
seeing if that can assist him at all.
yeah. As far as I remember, actually, I thought you'd handed them in. If you still have them, I mean,
No, we
Let me double check.
she asked us if we'd hand them in, but Al wasn't, here because Steve wasn't there for that game.
Right, Aurelia Ralphus.
And we
Ralphus.
asked Hal later about it, and he was like, let's hang on to him for a little longer.
Yeah.
And then we never got back to her.
Yeah.
Because you know how that goes.
I mean, she is a master summoner in the Castle Onver,
Mm-hmm.
reliquary chambers or antechambers. Sorry. So yeah, you still have the gauntlets. So you're gonna head to the late night study session.
Oh yes, and I am going to force them onto Jarok if I have to.
Oh, this is gonna turn out so well.
I mean, really, worst case scenario, the pattern is someone summons an elemental, the person who summons them dies, win-win.
For clarification on that note, am
I
I the
don't
one
know.
trying to learn the spell? Is Jarok the one trying to learn the spell? Or is
Jarok,
it
of course.
both?
It's Jarok wearing the gauntlets, of course. It's why I said I'd be forcing them onto him if I needed to.
That's a good plan.
I thought the other two were psychotic. You guys
Oh, we're going out. Yimmer and I are gonna go out.
I
couldn't
am
do it.
chaotic good.
Yeah,
Actually, am I good or am I just neutral?
we
One
were
moment.
just doing clinical tests, not like live fire.
Oh no, I'm chaotic neutral. This is totally yeah. No,
Here, hold this. Gives him a grenade, pulls the pin. All right, don't let go.
this week.
We were going to have questionnaires and
This will
everything.
only matter once.
So Hal, you end up getting to the library, and Flemish is already there. Jarok and Elris are already looking at the copies that the scribs have gotten down. And you're handed another copy of like just the actual study notes on the elementals, the armored ones,
Mm-hmm.
and just in general, like how like everything is done up. Howard, you're coming in as well,
Mhm.
and Diamondback, you're there with him.
Yep.
Roger that, Kimasabi. So the nighttime library atmosphere has definitely died down, and you see that there are some candles lit and a couple of light cantrips, like light globes, just kind of not swirling around, but holding in a couple of spots in the major intersections between any of the bookshelves and like the giant bookshelves and everything like that. In the center, you head to where a lot of the people would be studying, but it's fairly quiet given the time of night. You still see Scrubber just kind of putzing around, books in hand. Late night.
Yeah.
You see in the comprehension, like in this Warforged, even though there's no facial expression going on, you can definitely get the sense of like, please be quiet. Walking away. Orland, Flemish, Jarok, Elris are already there, still studying. They hand you a copy of the notes as well. I'd like the both of you to make Arcana checks. Diamondback, are you in on this as well, or are you just what?
I'm gonna go right for the records and kind of find a place a little more sort of set apart.
Okay. I'd like for you to make an investigation check.
Alrighty. That's a 5.
Ooh, buddy. Okay, good
Yeah.
to know. Halsterian, Howard,
Shit.
make
Yeah.
Arcana checks.
I
You
had
good?
advantage and got 3 on both, so
Oh.
8.
That's
Oh,
okay.
that,
I had advantage and got a 19 and a 20.
Oh,
Holy
boy.
shit, the
Ooh,
first
damn.
time I've ever rolled something not
Damn.
below terrible on an Arcana.
So you're telling me
Hell
you rolled a
yeah.
natural 20, or was that 20 total?
A 19 and a 20 on the die, that's 27 total.
Yeah.
You win the game.
Yes, you've won D&D. Come here to collect your prize. Wow. Wow. I'm glad these guys actually have some decent modifiers, but I rolled a 4, a 9, and an 8, and a 10.
Man, that's looking like all my past Arcana rolls.
That's just on the die.
Yeah, that's what I
But-
mean.
You guys are going through all of the notes and finally like fine-tuning and picking out specific formula and runic inscriptions, trying to meld them in. You get the idea in your head, Howard. We need armor. We need a set of armor. Like just a chest piece. And you need to inscribe about a quarter of the formula into it. It's not so much as enchant, but have it in there.
Are there any like decorative suits of armor in this place anywhere?
You've been through the library a whole bunch, and you've never seen a set inside.
What about outside in the castle somewhere?
Not so
Okay.
much. The only place you could ever think of would be the armory where the guards are.
Okay, let's go see if we can get one.
All right. Diamondback.
Yep.
Your search through the library is taking longer than expected. You think trying to find any sort of specific records would be easier to find, but you're looking. You see a bunch of different doors, and you're looking at them. And you try and open them. Some of them are locked, and they don't have any real clear indications what it is. This is taking you a while to do this. This is basically during the time, and you're kind of making it look like you're looking at other books or scrolls to kind of just make it so that if you're caught in a place you don't want to be, you're not so easily conspicuous about it. Eventually, you do find a well-crafted door with a lot of like vines that have been carved right into it. It seems like it's oaken made and inlaid with mahogany. This is a beautiful sight to see. You're not too sure if it's records or not. There isn't any real indication.
Well, I'll check to see if it's locked.
Okay. Putting your hand in on the twist style handle. Locked.
I'm gonna go see if I can find that Warforged.
Alrighty. Howard, so Howard, you're just going by yourself to go get a suit of armor. Are you trying to recruit anybody else?
I'll probably take one of the two that are with us that are, higher up
Oh,
on the
take
chain
Elris.
than I am.
Orlin Felderwind steps up, and he's halfling. Him being halfling and just kind of wildly looking. He's still very young for a halfling, but it's still just kind of crazy that this kid could actually make it as far as he has in such a short time. So we need armor.
Mm-hmm.
And you're telling me we're going to go to talk to the guard commander about it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. he just rushes forward.
They've made a mistake, but you know what? Fuck it. This will be fun. And I'm gonna go on follow him.
You end up getting to go through the hallways, and you eventually make it to the guard barracks. And the door there the door there is shut. And Orlin just goes up. Berwick! Berwick! Berwick!
Oh my god.
I'm just watching with a not very well hidden smirk on my face.
What the fucking bloody hell do you want? This time of fucking night. What the hell? Seriously? What do you want? We need a chest plate. We need a chess piece for science and magic. We need it, so give us. You know what? I'm not even gonna try. I'm not even gonna try. He just kind of just turns around, walks into the armory, and you notice that he's actually like he's kind of wearing a bathrobe, just and his chest is out a little bit, and there's nothing on underneath.
Wow.
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 He comes back with this tattered, old-looking chess piece. Will this do ya? Orlin looks up. He looks over to you. Will that do?
I think so.
I think so. He grabs it and it's human size, so this thing is huge, and it's not exactly heavy, but it's awkward for someone of a halfling stature.
It's the same size as him. Yeah.
Basically.
I'm gonna help him out a little.
You start picking up. Put it on me.
All right.
Basically like a little turtle in a big turtle shell.
Can you see enough to walk
He's
back?
such a bean.
He just keeps on walking. Hits a wall.
Oh my god, I gotta protect him.
Diamondback. You find Scrubber after another half hour of looking. You think finding a warforged with heavy footsteps in a library would be easy to find. No! This machine is rather delicate. It's kind of creepy in its own right.
Evening, partner. How are you?
Hello. How's it going?
Well, not the best. I ain't been in too many libraries, as you can probably tell. I've been looking for the record, like where the town records are kept. Need to delve into them a little bit. Dragonborn fella said it was all right if I did. Can you point me in the right direction?
Make a deception check, please.
Well, I did bring up the records. Did they approve of me having access to them?
When did you do that?
I said when I was making my initial deception to go along with Howard that I wanted to dig into the town records and see if there was anything there.
Ah! Okay. No, yeah, okay. Then make that with advantage.
Thank you.
Thank you for pointing that out.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for letting me point it out. Alrighty, that is going to be a grand total of 21.
Cool. If you're looking for town records, I can bring you to them. Please, follow me.
Obliged, thank you.
And you follow them through. Spleen, Yimmer. What are y'all up to? What shenanigans am I going to have to try to describe tonight?
So they're this way, and then the gorillas come in this way. You can't see it coming. I mean, it's genius. No wonder they're getting their asses kicked.
Oh, yeah. What do you even do? What do gorillas eat? Like, you gotta distract them somehow.
They eat their enemies, I would think.
Oh, damn. So you gotta be their friend. How'd you
Yeah.
be a gorilla's friend?
You probably.
Like, normally I give things to eat to make them friends, but like, if they eat their enemies, how is an enemy not be an enemy without
By
being eaten?
being a friend.
Exactly. So how do we do this? They're going to be so impressed with us. We're going to crack this case wide open.
Yeah. Yeah. Where can we find a gorilla?
Well, it's the question. If we find a gorilla, then we find them. That's where they are. We didn't see them or the gorillas. That's not a coincidence.
So, okay. I've never seen a gorilla.
Neither have I, actually.
I've only seen them on the paper. The
Yeah,
papers.
yeah, those books with the
Yeah.
pictures. Those are the ones I go to.
Me too.
Picture books, I think they call them.
Me too.
Yeah.
I like
Well-
to color in them. But
Oh,
those damn lines, I just can't stay within them.
we may have looked at some of the same books because I've seen a bunch that were colored weirdly.
So where are you guys when you're having this conversation?
In the middle of the hall. We're just walking around.
You're basically just walking around the first floor of Castle Minnesad.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Where's Hal?
In the
Yeah,
library.
as you say that, you see Howard and Orlin just walking back, and you see that just like this chest piece of armor kind of moving. It's not so much it fully engulfs Felderwin, but you definitely see like his eyes and head poking out of just where like the chest cutout would be. Like where the neck is, and just
Feels like a teapot. Howard! You're looking for something to do, make an elemental. Look for a gorilla. If you find, ask for a gorilla and get back with us.
They're using guerrilla tactics.
Yes.
That's their secret.
I can never
Eh,
pronounce
eh,
it.
Howard's not. Howard, why aren't you saying anything? This is genius.
I'm so confused. What?
What?
I thought you said he was the quick one.
You need a gorilla for guerrilla tactics?
all you hear from down the hall is, "Howard, are you coming?"
Oh, yeah. I'll see if I can get you guys a gorilla, I guess.
Well, then where's Hal?
In the library.
Fuck.
Weren't you in the library?
Yeah, I'm on my way back.
Howard, come on,
With
let's go! I'm excited.
With armor, what kind of reading you doing? That looks like fun.
I gotta get back.
Ooh,
Well, we'll come along. You want to
yeah,
come
that
along?
sounds
You wanna
fun.
come along?
I like testing.
Most of it's reading, but you're welcome to come.
But why do you need armor for that? Like, was this
You'll
full
see.
contact
Just
reading?
come watch. I'm walking at this point.
Well, maybe there's something about gorillas in there.
Yeah. We'll have to find that book again. Maybe if we really look into it. We didn't look and use our third eye the last time, but now it has the gorillas in there. There's got to be a secret message. Evil people and secret organizations always love that shit. Like, they love riddles.
I'm just walking, just like looking straight at this point, and there is so much confusion going on.
Diamondback, you're brought to a double set doors, and it's not the same one that you had seen earlier.
Mhm.
And you get Scrubber opens it up, grabs a key. You'll find all town records in here.
Yeah, much obliged.
You step in,
Oh,
and it is a musty room. It doesn't look like it's been taken care of in a not so much as a very long time, but it doesn't seem to be on the high priority list. You do see a lot of shelving, bookcases, and there are a lot of tomes and scrolls. A lot of them seem to be not haphazardly put away or not mismanaged, but it doesn't seem like this is very, very high priority. Keep it organized.
yeah, right enough. Um, Scrubber it was, yeah?
Yes, how can I help you?
Just want to know, is there any, like, time of night I gotta be out of your chrome by, or,
No, there isn't. I'm always here.
alright, as long as I'm not inconveniencing you in no way.
If you have any questions, please let me know.
Will do, thank you kindly.
Just turns around and walks away. Just
Well, hell.
I would like for you to make an investigation check again.
My favorite kind of check. Oh, that's better. 14.
14? Good to know. It takes you a while to start searching around, and it is a very convoluted mess. You did your initial thoughts of this is a shit show was very much confirmed as soon as you started trying to find anything because there's nothing really alphabetized. It's kind of by date or better yet by year. And so it's unfortunate because sometimes a lot of these things get mismanaged and put in the wrong spot. So you're finding things from one certain year to another certain year in another spot. You're going to be here for a while. Howard,
That's why I
Halstead.
asked.
How, Howard, you come back and Orlin is making a little bit of a ruckus because, well, little gnome in a big guy suit. Just walks in. Guys, we got the armor. Irving doesn't like me. I don't know why. Whatever.
I think he doesn't like short people. I think he has a grudge because he hates me for some
he didn't
reason.
before.
What?
He just doesn't like people who are alive near him.
Oh, hey! We were looking for you.
Flemish
Should I
Heart
be
comes
worried?
in and grabs the chess piece and lifts it up over Felderwin, and Felderwin looks up. I was gonna do that. It's okay. I think we're gonna need some scribes in here. The scribs to come in and do any of this enchanting and incanting. Might take a bit. Sets it down. And because of the natural 20 that you rolled earlier, Howard, you start going through the processes of putting pieces that everyone else had taken, start formulating together in an actual like thing. So it's papers everywhere. It's kind of like that scene from Iron Man where you only get one piece of the drawing, but as soon as you start laying it all down, you get the whole picture.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's exactly that thing. Then you lay it all down, and then you start theorizing. Everybody there is doing that, and Elrond comes up. But what is this one? Doesn't make any sense here. Why would this be here? Gerald looks. "Oh, you're right. Let's move this over here." Flemish. Kind of looking over. Well, This makes sense here. Let's throw this equation up here. Boom. And this takes a good 3 hours of doing. This is getting into exhaustion territory for everyone present. You're very close. You feel like you're very close to a breakthrough on this. And you feel the excitement from everybody in the room because this is like a collaborative effort, and not like this doesn't happen all the time, but for something under a time crunch and the fact that all the information is there, it is amazing. Here, bringing it all into one. By hour 5, Eureka. Diamondback. You've been searching through. Now, what is it specifically are you actually looking for?
Basically, I'm trying to get any record of something that could be used to blackmail Violet Fury.
Let me just go through my notes. Okay. So anything in particular, or are you just looking for like you're gonna have to be a little bit more specific because if you're in the record, you need to specify what you were looking for. You can't just be like,
Yeah.
this is who Violet Fury is, and you just get a Wikipedia page of it all.
Yeah, I guess I'd be looking for anything that would indicate like some kind of wrongdoing that he might not want acknowledged, or some kind of maybe underhanded act that he did, something that got his hands dirty.
Okay. You're looking through the indexes to find anything on Violet Fury. This is and a lot of records don't have much on the colors. Not especially in Castle Menestad. Or, well, at least you do.
Oh, sorry, I lost you there.
At least you don't think so. But you're still looking through, and you find just general war records.
Mhm.
Nothing too extensive. Nothing on like major battles or stuff like that, or his political ties and dealings. This is taking you hours to look through all this.
Yeah.
Coming to the realization that if there's anything to blackmail, it may not be in this spot.
Yeah. All right. Looking through, would you say that I have seen enough examples of this official documentation of the town to take advantage of my charlatan background and forge some official documentation?
Do you have a calligrapher set?
I actually don't believe I do. I just have the ability.
The ability. Let me just, or could you read up charlatan for me, please? On that
Yep.
specific thing that you have been referencing.
Yep. So, additionally, you can forge documents, including official papers and personal letters, as long as you have seen an example of the kind of document or the handwriting you are trying to copy.
Okay. Yeah, you can definitely do that. Yeah, you would be able to try and do that.
All right. So, I'm going to kind of give up on my search, go check in with the crew. He goes, well, I don't know who the hell organized your records section, but they got a unique take on the finer points of sadism. I didn't find much use, so I'm going to go hit the sack. Y'all need me for anything, though?
So you're talking to the whole, like, everybody in the center of the library?
Yeah.
Roger that. Flemish looks up. No, we're quite busy right here. I don't think we need your help there, son.
Well, hope y'all had Yimmer. Explain the hell do you guys get here?
Huh?
She started just nodding off. She's got a coloring book in her hands.
We're just trying to. Hey,
Gorillas, man. It's all about the gorillas.
we're gonna break the code. We're gonna find
How
the
many
truth.
mushrooms do you? All right, I'm sure you will. How many mushrooms you had by now?
A lot? It's not really the mushrooms, it was the other stuff mixed in with the mushrooms. That might be doing something.
I've had none. And I'm sober. I'm high off life.
Flemish
Good
looks over at all you. Are all you gonna be like this the rest of the night?
Nope.
Head
What
hits
we
the
was-
desk.
I think it's best to get her to bed. It is quite late.
Yeah, if we're gonna attempt to summon, I'm gonna have to meditate for a bit. I burned a lot. Hoping to train the guards today.
Yeah, it's quite late. We can still keep pushing, but we're far from getting a summon out. We have the formula. It looks solid. Now, we need to describe it.
We should do elemental versus elemental.
Well, that depends how many of us are able to summon tomorrow, but maybe.
Bad idea, actually. Coming from a half-crazed, sleepy goblin, I'm impressed.
Yeah, I had a few ideas on that, but let's start with the basics first and see if we can manage to do this shit. And I'm gonna
one
start
would be a
helping
start,
Spleen
yes.
up out of the chair.
You can't pick me up. No one can.
I let him pick me up.
Lift her onto a bench's desk.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, for the sake of this, you guys will all have an exhaustion of 1 tomorrow, given how late you stayed up.
Oh,
Unless, given you want to give me a good argument that you've been sleeping for a while.
I've not been paying attention to any of the shit. I got in the library, got excited about the coloring books, then got instantly bored being in the library. I was just like, no. So I mean, I could roll. If I get exhaustion.
Just
or
roll a
not.
d20.
Yeah.
10 and below, you get an exhaustion point.
It's like
11 and
saving
up,
throw.
you get, you're not exhausted.
I'm exhausted. I got a 10.
No.
Oh.
Pardon?
is that the same for Yimmer, or
Well, were you actively sleeping?
I wasn't doing anything?
You weren't
Wait,
doing
but
anything,
this-
but were you talking like I'm giving her the chance to roll because I know in character Spleen would be fast asleep in a library.
Yeah. Oh, I still have that advantage I haven't used. If I can use it here.
Is it really a skill check though to see if you're exhausted?
Listen.
I guess in that case, can Yimmer have been looking through that book that he borrowed from the Minister of Resources?
Yes. Forgot you had that. Yeah, you can definitely do that.
Okay.
And so we'll get to you right now.
Okay.
Thank you for reminding me about that.
Okay,
There's so many little things.
I know, I keep forgetting. I have advantage on this, right? This is a skill check?
If you're looking through Are you just doing general looking, or are you looking for something specific?
I'm looking for then kind of mushroom stuff.
Anything like that? Okay, make an investigation check,
Okay,
and that'll
awesome.
be at advantage.
Awesome, because that was a 1 that I rolled.
Damn you, sweet talking me into this.
It was a boon. Oh, that's better. Investigation 15.
15? You're looking through, and a lot of it is just, citations on food storages and everything that's going on and everything that's coming in and going out within the city. You're looking at it at a grand picture, the grand scheme of things. And so you see, okay, shipments of apples coming in and out, and any other produce hasn't been not thoroughly marked down, but more or less just the generalizations of where they're coming in and where they're going out. The mushrooms are coming in from the port which you were at, but you're citing notations from different companies of different types of mushrooms coming in, and some of them are coming in from the east, but it's not as prevalent because there's not many people out that way. And so just flipping through, you're not really finding much outside of what you already know from the port. So it's either whoever is you either come to one of two conclusions on this one. It's either it's not happening officially, or it's happening officially, being well hidden.
Like the gorillas.
We're dead set.
And you guys are really going ape shit over that.
Yeah, real bananas.
Time to put an end to this monkey business.
We need to chimp out on this one.
Holy shit.
Those puns really evolved.
Oh,
come on! I at least earned a Darwin Award on that one.
Those are really good. Oh,
Orangutan off. There. It's broken.
I was gonna go add another point of exhaustion as a result of that, I guess.
Yeah.
I think
That's
that's
it. Triple
good.
exhausted. All of you.
Oh, man.
Heading to bed and waking up in the morning. All of you are very exhausted. Except for Spleen. But no, yeah, Spleen is not exhausted. She is exhausted.
I'm
Words.
exhausted. But I'm used to it, so I'm not.
Yeah, you are. You wake up with the vigor of being overtired.
That's my
That's a
secret.
thing. That's a thing.
Yeah,
It's how I go to work.
You think you've had a really nice, good sleep. You're just on your fifth wind.
Yep. Then 6 o'clock comes in, and it's like, oh.
Everybody is going to their points and positions. Spleen, you're going to train more people.
Go looking more people. Yep.
Yep, you will.
Yeah.
Good. Howard Halsterian to the liberation.
Mm-hmm.
There. Diamondback, Yimmer.
Hello.
What's your plan of attack for the day?
So, if we're going out and not accompanied by anyone else in the group, I'm going to mention to Yimmer. Well, tried to do some more digging on that friend of ours the other night. Didn't come up with anything. How's your search going?
Yeah, more the same. Just been looking more so into mushrooms and such, just because that Violet Fury seems to be squeaky clean. Like, not a lick of dirt anywhere. So, I don't know, we might have to be a bit more slanderous, I think.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm leaning towards as well. Now, Well, Caiaphas was able to get at least something from his little adventure the other day.
Well, yeah, it
Seemed to
sounded like
think that if we could get any of his old war buddies talking, we might learn something, but I don't know. From what I'm getting, they seem to be pretty tight-lipped about the fella.
yeah, that's kind of the impression I got. They all just kind of had high praise, and all the others are just kind of, they're all grunts, just trying to work their way up, not really make any waves. So, yeah. Not really a fun bunch here.
Well, on the bright side of things, I think I got enough of a look at the way this town does its bookkeeping that I could conceivably come up with something that, even if it ain't precisely true, at the very least, might allow our friend a little leverage over our other friend, if you catch my drift.
Yeah, I think that might be good. What we're thinking, like dipping into the company funds or turning the other way when things should be addressed.
Maybe. Always go with a nice sex scandal.
Oh, I do enjoy that. No
Of
compromising.
course, I don't know if he's married. So, if we
Yeah, we
try
should
that route,
also find out what his type is. Gotta make it believable.
yeah, well, misuse of town gold ain't bad either. So,
Yeah, it's made a
try it.
few people disappear now and then of their own accord. Rather skip town rather than pay the piper. It's worked for me at least.
Yeah, maybe. One thing's for sure. I'm not trying anything like that while I'm feeling like I got a hangover without the benefit of at least having been drunk first.
Yeah, been a while since stayed up that late. But you know, may as well go make someone else feel worse than us.
Yeah, pretty much. I think I got kind of tunes up the lid a little bit. Just the song for Izana today, and well, once again, wouldn't mind if you kept an eye out for anybody who wanted to put a dagger in my back, especially today.
Okay, and just so I know, are we making it look like I'm kind of your hype man, or am I kind of sticking to the back and seeing who's giving you the stink eye?
Best to make it look like I'm alone. Came after me when I was by myself the other day. At least one of them saw me incognito, but, well,
Hmm.
you can tell that to every Daven in Avernus for all I care.
Well, in that case, where do you think the best audience is going to be?
So I'm gonna go. Is there a place where they're setting up for the festival?
They're doing it. There's every time there's a festival like this, they usually set it up in Noon Square because it's kind of a generalized, not so much as a central point, but it's a very much a a good, nice convergent point between all the boroughs. So Noon
All right.
Square, the Noon Square and Noon Square district would be looking for.
All right. So yeah, I'd kind of head over there and sort of find some place where I can set myself up that's, not in anybody's way. Just let people do their work, but still kind of, prominent.
Right.
I
But before we get to that, which one of y'all want to take it? Howard, Al, Spleen? Which one?
Go.
You go roll for it.
I'll do it. Unless
Roll
you
for it.
want to roll for it.
That's my answer.
Then
Alright.
I'm rolling.
Howard,
Oh, you're going.
Howard, you're going for it.
I rolled 2. There.
Rolled a 2. Congratulations.
But
You
Oh
go
thanks
no, I
first.
rolled a
Remember.
12. I was just saying I also rolled.
Oh. Now I'm sad. Thought it's 2.
Heading
I
into
mean,
the
I could roll
library,
again.
there seems to be more people coming in and out. Scrubber's still doing his thing. But yeah, you're in there, and you're actually in there before Flemish, Jarok, NC, Elris, sorry. Hate you for bringing those names so close to each other.
Yeah, I didn't think that through that well, I guess.
Yeah, you see NC.
Stab him immediately and leave.
Shake, shake, shake.
But everybody, you've seemed to beat everybody there, and the notes are still left out from last night. Very much a sign saying if you touch, you will be prosecuted to the full extent of Attenuate Kobold's wizarding spells. That seems to be a fair enough assessment to leave everything alone.
Yeah, I'll just check over everything, but not actually adjust anything.
Yeah, you're looking everything over, and it still looks very sound. And you come to the realization you're going to need a lot of paper, and you're going to need ink, and possibly enchanting dusts.
Yep.
And you look over at the armor. Yeah, this is going to take a team of people just to get this work. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But you seem to have a fair grasp of this could actually do it. You sit there for an hour, just pondering over the formula, just making sure everything works sense. The both of you are doing that. I'm assuming Hal, you're there.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're doing that, and eventually the others start trickling in. Some of the scribs. Attenuate Flemish Heart walks in, and he looks tired. He looks very tired.
Mm-hmm.
Orland is still wiry as ever, but you can tell he's got severe bags under his eyes as well. Converging on all informations together, you start speaking that like this is what we need. This is probably what we're gonna need. And Flemish Orland, and they're all seasoned wizards, mages. They know exactly what they need, and they actually had sent out some of the scribes to go pick up a lot of these materials beforehand, just thinking it through. And so about by mid-morning, all these scribes start coming back, and they all have these materials on hand: enchantment dusts, expensive inks, and expensive papers for transcribing, and full on like writing down this formula and bringing it into an actual spell format. And one of the scribes starts etching into the armor some of this. What do you guys wish to take a part of in this whole process?
If the inscriptions on the armor are actually like full on etched into it, I can help with that since I've got practice doing it on my shield.
Okay, so then you'll roll that at advantage because you're getting helped with that. Or not advantage, roll it normally because
Yep.
you are. And that would be an Arcana check. Hal?
Honestly, I was actually thinking the same thing. Only because I have that Book of Shadows and writing things in that I'd be used to. But
Well, only a quarter of it's going in the armor, so.
well, then I'd be helping with the actual scrolls themselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll. You'll be handling one of the things by yourselves pretty much. Or, yeah, you'd be doing that because you're kind of just transcribing from there to there. So that would be an Arcana check as well.
Okay.
And that would be at disadvantage because you were exhausted.
Yes, sir. 17.
17?
Damn.
For disadvantage?
It was a 15 and a 12, and I got a +5, so.
Ooh.
Oh. Ignore that I accidentally maximized and screwed up the cameras for a split second.
So, wait, what did you get for your inscription there?
I got a 15
You got a 15. Okay.
with no disadvantage and a +7. Damn you.
The both of you, even though you're exhausted, are very much in your elements of transcribing and writing things down, and you etching into metallic objects and ensuring that the formula and the runic inscriptions are very much on point. This takes hours to do. So by about noon, you're maybe about halfway, maybe done. You're not too sure. Blaine,
It's me.
it's you.
Yeah.
What you doing?
I'm doing.
Oh, I'm gonna get rid of my short hair simulator.
Never cut it. One day.
I don't really know what to do today. I thought we were gonna have fire elementals. I thought we were gonna have a surprise party, but we're not.
Yet.
Yet.
There's still time in the day.
Not really sure. Thinking.
Falling asleep already?
What do okay, so I've been watching them for several days. What do I think they're weak on?
What do you think they're weak on?
Yeah, what have they been
Udal cohesion has been their strongest suit. Individually, as soon as they start splitting up, things start to get more chaotic.
Hey.
And that's usually generally how things go in
Yep.
any sort of combat. But when it comes to any sort of elemental forming or battling that you've experienced, as soon as people start splitting up, it usually starts boding very badly for them.
We're gonna try something. It's almost gonna be like a game. There's going to be 3 types of people. Alright? There's gonna be someone that's going to flank. Someone's gonna be up front. And then someone who is going to be, let's see, what would be the best? Guerrilla tactics. The third person is gonna be the one that does the guerrilla tactics,
Hoping that like clicks for somebody.
What have I
if
done?
you catch my drift. And we're gonna split in groups. Each little group's gonna have a type A, a type square, and a type pink.
Like for you to make a performance check or persuasion check. I'm not too sure how to.
I don't know what
Too sure where this
ABCs.
lies.
I don't
Or
know
a deception check. I don't know if you're really just. I'm really just confused what's going on here.
She is. That's a flat 14 because I have no +2 deception.
You also have to do it at disadvantage.
At a disadvantage.
And
Well, that was one higher, so 14.
So what did
14,
you
15.
roll though?
14.
The skill.
Oh, deception. Because I am like, I have a plan, but I don't know how to explain it right now. So I'm trying to. I'm like sitting down.
She
Okay, so
doesn't
what
know
we're gonna
what
do
gorilla
is that we're
tactics
gonna
are.
do exercises. We're just gonna split into the groups. And you're gonna fight each other or fight somebody. A dummy, a sparring thing. And you're gonna get used to that task, and then when I yell or ring this fucking bell, you guys are gonna rotate and you're gonna try different things. You're gonna be. Then A is gonna be pink, and so on and so forth.
They start splitting off, and it turns into a giant jumbled mess. Very much like watching a play with all the kindergartens. You can tell there's an effort going on there, but it's just not cohesive. Everybody's trying to work in tandem, but do it, but can't. It's a giant shit show.
Oh, wow.
Make a perception check.
Yeah. Perception
That'll also
at
be a he said.
disadvantage. They're both really good rolls. 19.
For a perception check?
I rolled 18 and 15. Plus 4.
Yeah. Damn. Howard, that's where all your rolls have been going to. They've been funneling to her.
Yes, they have.
Mm-hmm.
And I won't let him touch my dice.
Don't touch the cackles. You're watching all this happen, and you hear footsteps coming up from the stairs, coming in from the far side of the courtyard where all the training is. You're overlooking the city, and all you hear is, "So this is the effective guard training I've been hearing about."
Who's behind me? I'm not even looking back.
Did you say that out loud?
No. That was just still me in Spleen's voice. What was their voice sound like? Is it Night Fury? Not Night Fury. This
Night
right?
Fury?
That's toothless. I mean,
It's
that's
Velvet Fury.
Velvet Fury. Violet Fury.
You
I have
fucked
a
her up.
point of exhaustion
brought that
in real
one back.
life. Like I have.
It sounds a lot like Violet Fury.
Okay. No. I think you got the wrong place.
He's kind of just like standing right beside you, and you guys are. How tall are you?
I am. Hold on, I wrote this down. Did I write this down?
You were actually taller than Yimmer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Yimmer's the shortest.
Here I have it. I am 4 feet tall.
4 foot?
Like that. Yeah.
How tall is Yimmer? No.
Yimmer's like 3 something.
Yeah, 3.5.
For a dwarf?
Yeah. That's what happens when you eat mushrooms that much as a kid.
You're small.
He's small.
Yeah, I'm taller than somebody. I'm usually shorter
So-
than most goblins.
Violet Fury is. He's standing to about nose height with you. He's not too far off. Tall, not taller for a halfling, but generally just a tad bit. Bigger. He looks. He's wearing his gilded purple armor, and still very much like enjoying the morning as is. He's looking over. I don't get to see this view. all too often. It's beautiful. And he looks over at the training people.
Like the
Facts can be
dipshits
done
down
better.
there. I was like, the dipshits? For the last day, I think they're just tired. They've been doing fine. I've been doing a good job, and they've been listening. We're just tired. So don't you start judging everything that we've done based off this one couple seconds that you've been here. I look at him with like this try me eyes.
Are you actively trying to intimidate him? Or is it just you giving the old Meemaw stare?
I'm Meemaw and I'm tired. So
Okay,
I don't want any
make an
sort of
intimidation check.
yeah, I'm like, and I don't want any sort of lip. Oh no!
Uh-oh.
One of them was a natural 20. The other one's an 11.
Now you can use your strength modifier as part of the intimidation as well, and not as well instead of charisma. Because you're not trying to use you're using words, but you have a physical presence to yourself.
Oh, I would really much very much like that. Okay. So that's numbers. So I rolled an 8 plus. So I have advantage in intimidation, so it's proficiency bonus plus strength modifier.
You have advantage. Why?
I think barbarian. I get proficiency in
Yeah.
Is that
intimidation
because
and
you're
perception.
raging?
Maybe?
Hold on.
That might be
I'm
specific
just
to
angry.
raging.
Oh, is that raging? Okay, is that if raging? I don't know. I've not made an
I'm
intimidation
going to
check on
D&D
raging.
Beyond, checking these stats out. Do I want to
Thank
thank
you.
you again for D&D Beyond for allowing
Thank
me to do such a thing.
you, Durn. You're great. My character sheet has a lot of
Proficiency and
information on it.
intimidation, but not seeing where you could have advantage on. I see it on athletics, but not intimidation.
If you click it, it'll tell you.
Oh shit. Does it say it? It just says, oh, no.
I don't.
I can, as proficiencies for bonuses and stuff, I get choose 2 skills from animal handling, athletics, intimidation, nature, perception, and survival. So I chose intimidation and perception.
This proficiency, not
That's your proficiency.
not
Okay.
advantage.
Oh, not advantage. I didn't mean to say that. Advantage. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that at all.
Okay.
I meant I have proficiency. I have a point of exhaustion in real life, guys. I am not. Fuck.
You're okay.
I was like, am I not supposed to have proficiency? I forgot I said that. I didn't even mean to say advantage. Oh my god. I just need to proficiency. That means I add proficiency bonus plus strength. Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
So
math.
just whatever your strength modifier is.
Okay, so pretty much it was 8 and then plus 3. That brought me to that 11 and then plus
So an 11 plus
4. 15.
You would get it plus.
Wait.
Strength
my
and
strength
proficiency.
mod is 4.
And your
You would get it
proficiency
plus
is
7.
3.
Is 3.
Plus 7. So
to
you'd have it at
battle.
18.
I rolled an 8.
Oh, you rolled an 8.
Oh.
Plus 3 and then plus.
Yeah, no, you're right. Okay.
We thought you rolled an 11.
No,
That's
no.
what I thought too. I'm like,
All right, I rolled an 8.
thank you for being patient with us as we try to math. And the
Thank
true
you.
Dungeons and Dragons expert.
I
Oh, yes.
have Spleen and I have an exhaustion point.
Never told me
You look
D&D
with the
involved
deft
math.
eyes of someone who has been overtired and extremely pissed off.
Same.
You look over and you see this halfling not budge an inch or make any sort of motion or movement. Kind of just half cocks his head and looks at you intriguingly.
I've gotten enough lip from some shits here, thinking that they can look down on me, or because I'm here or feel threatened that I'm taking their fucking job. I'm done with that shit.
He's still just sitting there, staring.
So yes, this is the grand training that you've been wanting to see and you've been hearing about. Mm.
Do you want a tip?
Am I gonna get one even if I say no?
I asked you a question, yes or no?
Indulge me.
Talk less.
What's that supposed to mean? Hmm?
He just sits back, stares at you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Giant grin just comes across his face.
She just bites with her teeth, the sharp teeth, just not even, just.
Oh, okay. Okay. Is this another goblin thing? Hmm? It's another thing, huh? What did I do? What did my ancestors do?
I'm not talking to the goblin. I'm talking to the person. You talk too much. And the fact that you keep talking tells me you're insecure.
Yeah.
Tells me that
Fuck.
you need to keep control. I've dealt with a lot of people in my lifetime, and everyone who keeps talking keeps giving me information I need to find. Take them down. I'm not here to take you down. But if you learn to talk less, your enemies can definitely not use that against you.
Not fucking insecure. Not one bit. Is this to get into my head or something? Or is
I'm
this some
I'm already in it.
Nuh-uh! Last time somebody got into my fucking head, I almost killed my friend, so
He's
don't fucking try that.
chuckling, and he's not maniacally laughing, but he's just very much like an old grandfather laugh, teaching the young child the foolishness of of it all.
This isn't
And
funny.
what do you do with that person when they try to get into your head again?
I'll fucking end them.
Good. You and I are on the same page. I heard about your exploits back at Castle Onver. months ago.
Was it bad?
Why do you assume everything is bad?
Reasons.
Is it because you're a goblin? And that everything seems to be blamed for you being a goblin?
A lot seem to hold on to that, so a little bit, just a bit. But mostly, whatever.
No, it is not whatever. What is it that drives you? You seem to talk a lot. You blame your goblin heritage for people hating you? Or do you blame yourself for being goblin?
What is this? I want to be more than what they see. They see me and they just think, stupid, goblin, weak, defenseless, someone needs to watch her. Oh, control your goblin. Fuck off. Gonna be a fucking apex predator!
I look it back to some of the people that are down there trading.
Get back to trading, get up!
Yeah, they're looking. They're all looking at you because you're basically yelling at Violet Fury, and that's like,
They're just over there like,
it's like, oh shit, you're not only raising your voice at a higher up, you're raising your voice at the higher up.
I
And so you yell at them with that intimidation check. They all just look at each other and they start going back to just haphazardly sparring.
Some of them don't even know what a struggle is, to come from nothing. I don't want to be nothing, I want to be everything. Ugh.
And some
Fuckers
of
that
them
look down
don't
on
understand
me.
the point of having a silver spoon in their mouth. Grown from royalty, heritage, living in the dirt. They don't understand any of that, right? They take everything for granted. They can't see the primality of the world around them. All it is rules and structures. Things built up to maintain because it was. I see a lot of myself in you. The pure anger. The hatred. The raw inhibition.
You know. What do you know? We're different.
Not the way I see it. He turns around and starts walking away. If you're going to train your guards, the sergeants, and the captains to death today, I suggest not. You're right. I've heard reports on everything that you've done so far. I'm impressed. And he walks away.
I break something. I just want to find something and break it.
So as you're having a Kylo Ren moment,
Turn my head.
you remember Diamondback?
All
So
right.
you're in Noon Square. My apologies. It just took me a second to finally realize. Oh wait, you've already set yourself up. I need to explain things. Um, so the way everything is pretty much all set up and ready to go, and you're seeing vendors coming in. And the way everything is looking so far is there are a bunch of hung lanterns between building to building, and there's a bunch of sectional stalls all within circular clusters between what looks to be like centralized fire pits just for certain zones. So that way people can kind of move in and out and kind of maintain a flow, very much like a roundabout sort of thing. Out out in the middle, like the full middle of the square, is a giant bonfire, but there's a stage off in the back, in the further back. It is a very chilly day. You definitely can tell that it is autumn, and it's at these winds and everything is coming in very cold right off the mountains, blustering right in. So you want to set yourself up more centralized, more off in the corner, or
Kind of a little off in the corner. If I can find somewhere that's still prominent, but that allows people to do their work while I do my thing.
yeah. So there's you suss out a good couple of spots, and you find that the most trafficked area is right between like a couple of where the stall sections are leading into the main square.
Yeah.
In the main sectional square section. That section, that section right there. Yimmer, what are you up to? What's your plan of attack?
Yima would try to find a place that gives the best vantage on people who would be, I guess, within earshot, but not wanting to get close. Like basically trying to stay at the back of an auditorium to see other people who are just kind of staying at the back. So I don't. That's kind of what he would be looking for. I'm not entirely sure if that would be a possibility. Are there
So-
any stacked crates or anything?
Yeah, there are very much like hay bales that have been put up, stacked crates of general produce goods, kind of like out and about. There's still a lot of setup being done, given that there's still a day ahead of the
Okay.
actual festival starting. So are you trying to stealth, or are you just trying to observe?
I would try to stealth, I guess, onto it, so that I can have a good vantage point without being like, "Hey, everyone, I'm looking down at all of you."
Okay, that's fair. Make a stealth check then, please.
That's a unique way to say that you're better than everybody. Hey everyone, I'm looking down on you. Yeah,
This
good
is what the tall
boy.
people feel like.
I'm as tall as everyone else now on top of these two boxes.
So, what did you roll?
Not the greatest. Well, 14.
14? Okay. A lot of people are generally not paying attention. You jump up onto a couple of crates, and they're kind of in an inconspicuous spot to begin with. So you feel like you've got a pretty good overwatch. I'd like for you to make a perception check then.
Perception. Gonna see what I can see. Perception. That's a piece of dust in my eye. That's a 2.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
All right, Diamondback.
So windy and dusty up here.
Yeah, the leaves are blowing,
All
and
these
it's being too much anime at one moment. Just
I'm not built for being this high up.
And shanked.
all right,
I gotta look
Diamondback.
at him too. I go, I'm gonna die.
Yeah. And like the way
Um,
Himmer is, he's kind of across the court from you.
Yeah.
So you can spot him out because you're used to your friend's form and how he works.
Yeah.
But I'd like for you to make a performance check if you're gonna do what you're gonna do.
Yep.
Himmer has his own method.
Okay. Thank God, my performance mod is broken. It's a 7 on the die, 18 after mod.
18 after mod, and that's disadvantage.
Yep. That's
Damn.
disadvantage. It was a 15 and a 7.
Just for posterity, I rolled again. I got a 3 on that one.
Ooh, even
So that was a 2 and a 3. Yimmer was not doing too well up there.
wow.
So I
All
kind
right.
of call out to the crowd and well, howdy y'all. Might have seen I was absent for a day this past. That was because the forces under Izana Ravenford's command don't exactly like me slagging off her name. Well, to that I simply say, Izana, this one goes out to you. Oh, Izana, you constantly fart. You suffer incontinence daily. Oh, Izana, you smell like old cheese. We're begging you please to fuck off. Oh, fuck off, off, off. Oh, fuck off, off, off.
I was not expecting that.
With apologies to Simon and Garfunkel.
Good stuff.
These estates of Art Garfunkel would like to have a word with you.
Oh, fuck. The following video has been copyright claimed for it.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
The crowd, as you're singing along, the crowd starts looking at you and very much loving the song and just the general tune and melody of it all. You're not really seeing too much.
Windy up here.
He's in the car.
Annoying.
But overall, yeah, you're getting good vibes from the crowd. A lot of people are cheering at the end of your set. You're like, I'm assuming you're playing like a whole like 20-minute section,
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
which is pretty much at your wits end at that point, especially given the cold and your fingers are starting to get a little chimney. And you're looking and you don't really see too many people staring longingly or very disconcertingly at you. Just the general wrath. You get thrown a couple of copper here and there just for pseudo busking. You see a couple guards starting to come up and they realize, oh shit, you got an actual like band on your
Yeah.
you've got the mark of Menestat on you, and it's like, okay, don't touch him.
Yeah. I tip my hat to them.
Yeah, they
A little
kind of just
groggily.
do, they kind of just do like a general nod back. Keep on some patrol pattern. Overall, you're not finding too much.
All right. I'm going to kind of finish up my set, bow to the crowd, and as I come back up, just kind of like make a bit of a sign off, but turn it into a thieves' cant over to Yimmer, basically saying, I need to sit down for a bit. Let's find a spot.
Yimmer, you completely missed the sign.
Yimmer still thinks Diamondback is singing.
Uh,
Oh, damn. Where'd it go?
but
Hey, Diamondback.
I go to leave and kind of like keep half an eye out and realize he's not seeing me. Like, hell, subtlety to the wind. I just kind of like gonna tip hat to the crowd as I walk on through, saunter over to the crates and just kind of sit down for a second and knock on them.
Have you seen... Oh, there you are.
How you doing up there?
Yeah, pretty good. This whole toll thing, not really for me. I like being a bit closer to the ground, I think I've decided.
Fair enough. I am dead on my feet here. Just need to recuperate a little bit, so
Well, you
I don't
really
know.
gave
You
me a
want to
good
find
shout.
somewhere, maybe grab a bite to eat or something?
Yeah, it's probably good. What do you think? Want to go to all the, I don't know, seedier places? Try and, bait them out?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, let's go. See if you can keep a little bit of distance from me.
Will do. It'll take me a bit to get down from here anyway, so carry on.
Right on. What is a reasonably seedy tavern we'd know about in town?
Seedy Tavern. There's a couple of them.
City Walk.
Let me just bring up my list of names.
The city part of town. City Walk. City Chicken.
It's just a Waffle House.
Sir, this is a Denny's.
Nice try, IHOP.
You know of the Kraken's Whip. It's out in Iron Bridge, usually where the hardworking people are.
Yeah.
So,
But
hardworking people, hardworking fists.
Nice. So yeah, I kind of like making sure Yimmer's paying attention to me this time. I thieves cant to him Kraken's whip and start making my way over. Making my way.
Right on.
Okay.
Yeah, subtlety definitely to the wind today.
For one apt in the arts of stealth, subtlety is sometimes just forgotten. Howard Halsterian.
Mm-hmm.
It's around noon. And the inscriptions are going well. Everybody is working hard and diligently. You see Scrubber coming in, bringing in some food and some ale, special requested from Flemish and Orland. Normally, there wouldn't be anything allowed like that in the library whatsoever, but given the nature of the work, it can't be stopped. Piling through all this information and etching it down, you notice one of the scribes starting to veer off on a bit of the etching,
Nope.
and you
Like
course
this.
correct. You course correct him quickly, and you show him how to. Okay, just hold the knife like this, and you get a better etching from there. Halsterian, your penmanship is fantastic. Your upbringing has done you well with the knowledge and teachings that you have been taught. Your schooling and studies have trained you for very much a moment like this, where any sort of slip up can and might possibly backfire, but you are very steady and sure on your hand. Pondering back from note to note, you notice Elris, Jarog, Flemish, Orland, all writing within their own specialty pages, writing it down and making sure the concoctions are all between the enchantment dust and the inks are mixed well, and that there's enough going around. The scribes generally sometimes beating the foreheads because you guys are kind of sweating. It's as cold as it is outside. Inside, it's very. You can definitely tell that there's a fire being like the heat of a fire being fed through the halls of the library. So it's a little bit warmer in here than it would be outside. It is very hard work, and it comes down to you guys just your years of academy training at this point. A couple more hours go by, and you're thinking you're a good 3/4 of the way done now with everybody working together. You guys stop, and you're looking at each other's works, making sure that everything is kind of in place, and it is. From everything that you can think and judge, and you You just know that it feels right. After a bit of food, a little bit of rest, you continue on. You're tired. It is hard work doing stuff like this. Writing a singular spell is very difficult in its own right, but forging something new on its own, especially when you're trying to modify an existing spell, you don't know if this is actually going to work or not. It comes around to late afternoon. You're about 95% done. It's you're feeling a lot of the runes, the arcane enchanting that has been going on. Normally, this stuff would take weeks, but given that all of you guys are working on this at once and you're channeling your arcane powers into it, I'd like for you guys to take half of what your known spell slots are and remove them, please.
And they're gone.
Orlin is looking over and even more wily looking, just hair just out, going as fast as he can. Hal, you look over and you notice, no, here. You misplaced a formulaic instruction. No biggie, can be easily erased and added on. It's just the money value that kind of got lost on that one. Fine. And as you guys start finishing up and compiling all these scrolls together, comes into one giant scroll, gets rolled up and bound. As soon as that happens, see a little bit of like just a miniature arcane explosion. Just not like damaging, but just like a binding ritual that has finished. You think it's complete. Seer Feldwin comes in. Hi. All right. I poured a lot of power into this thing today, but let's see what it does. He puts his hands on it. Closes his eyes, opens it right up, and you see the flashing of lights going through his eyes. It turns over to a yellow. Conjuration. He looks up, he smiles. Congratulations. Got ourselves a summon elemental scroll.
Oh, we never did anything that fucking hard in school.
You guys, given the nature of what has happened, take another point of exhaustion. For all intents and purposes, you guys have a scroll of Conjure Elemental, signified at 7th level.
Fuck, that's a bit beyond what I can learn to help train people with. For now.
You guys didn't lose any monetary value because this was going through the academy and through Menestad. But the time and power and the exhaustion is far worth what's going on. And as Orlin looks over, he looks at this and says, the only thing I don't know about is how long we can control what we can summon. It'll take a significant point It'll take a significant amount of concentration for someone who has the ability to do it.
Well, I wasn't intending for us to make something this powerful for training guard captains. I probably wouldn't want to use it to train them, considering we don't know how long we'll keep control of it. However, this could prove a very useful asset against the cult themselves.
I agree. Flemish. He leans back. He's leaning back in his chair. He is just as tired as everyone else. Looks up. I haven't done something like that in a very long time. You're telling me it's that powerful? Shit. Well, I need a steak.
I know a place.
All right, let's
Are you
let's go.
thinking?
I don't care about Fury or what he thinks. We just accomplished something that was deemed not impossible, but highly improbable. Let's go.
Are we taking
So
them?
explain. Oh, sorry, Hal. Keep going.
Oh, I was just going to say that I was going to lead them to the elderberry.
Yep. I knew it.
As I figured you guys were gonna get into the elderflower wilted berry.
I want a
Flower,
steak.
that's right, wilting berry.
I want a steak. The hell? Damn it.
What time is it at this point?
For you guys, it's coming around very late afternoon. Not coming. It's basically like that golden zenith, the golden hour.
Oh, we might as well pick up Spleen on the way.
Spleen, you've been training all afternoon. I'm not. What have you been instructing the people to do?
I'm actually having them stop and do stretches. Having them just do stretches and taking pretty much a break. Like, we're done. Done for today. That's kind of the thing there. If they're wanting to stick around and spar with each other, they're free to do so. That's
So
pretty
you're
much-
doing. So you're doing just basically like a wind down day,
Mhm.
given that it's basically like the day before
Yeah.
festival.
Mhm. Saying that it was not working, so it was just don't worry about it. Stretches. Go enjoy the night, pretty much.
They're all looking up and they're doing their stretches. You see a couple of them go to the target dummies and just firing crossbow bolts or going to like the actual straw dummies or the stuffed ones and just
Mhm.
kind of practicing technique. Very much taking it easy and more or less letting their bodies do the work. Others are conversing with each other as they're doing general just like push-ups and body upkeep routines.
Mhm.
And so you're just kind of sitting there and watching them do it, or are you with them kind of doing your own stuff? I mean, you kicked over a good potted plant earlier after Fury had abruptly left after you yelled at him.
Yeah. Too many emotions.
Destroying
Conflicting
topiaries.
feelings. This is my way to deal with it. Yeah, I'm gonna offer up any sort of sparring with any of them for any last couple tips. It's up to them if they want to take the offer. If not, I'll just
Yeah.
do
They're all
stretches as well.
yeah, they're all very attentive to your training and to your words. They have been this whole time. They have been trained well since their privacy.
Good job. All of you. You did good. Take what you've learned and try your best not to die tomorrow. You'll be fine. You'll find they're a bunch of sissies. Especially after all we've been through. I'm not worried about you guys at all. You're going to save a lot of people. If anything happens, you are the ones I would want to call on to. Let's hope nothing happens tomorrow. That's what we all hope for. But boy, I pity the fucking cultists. If they make a fucking move tomorrow, they're screwed.
And you say that and you feel like the energy being hyped up in the guards and the sergeants. As much as they've trained to have composure, you can definitely feel like have made an impact throughout the week, just training them and guiding them through all of this.
They're going to regret showing their faces in front of any of you now. You are the heroes and the wall of this city. You're the guardians. Don't forget that. And for once, there is strength in numbers. Overwhelm them. Even if it's just 2 of you or 3 of you. You show good teamwork. And they're gonna make a huge mistake. Now I'm tired. I'm done here today. I'm done with you lot.
How about some food? I'm gonna call
And
up
at that
from-
point, you see Howard coming up the stairs into the courtyard setting. He looks tired, and you thought you were tired. He looks like a sack of shit was run through a manure field.
You look like a sack of shit that's been run through a manure field. The fuck happened to you?
What happened to me? Do I look that bad, Hal?
You look like
What was
shit,
your name
Hal.
again?
We're gonna go to the other. We're gonna go to that expensive place that tastes great.
Meat,
You want to go
you
with
in?
us?
Eat! Ah, you're all dismissed.
Where are the other 2 clowns?
Speaking of, side shift star swipe to Yimmer and
Or swipe.
over to the Kraken's Whip. You guys walk in, and the tavern is a concrete and sprawling single-story building with a brown roof tile and shiny hardwood floors. It contains a large candelabra and messy tables covered in cutlery and leftover food and a bunch of drinks. the general riffraff, they're kind of like not the afterworks people, but just before. And so it's just like the people who don't really have a job or have nothing better to do on basically almost the week's end. Definitely a bunch of barflies. And because it's so close to the Half Pint neighborhood, you get a lot of gnomish, halfling, and dwarvish people in there. And a lot of the seats are tailored to such. There are very much a large section for those of the normal statured, average statured. I will. Welcome to my world, bitch.
All right, Yim. You want to find us a table? I'll nab myself a chair from the bigger section.
I was just going to ask, are we going...
There is a generalized section. Like, one section is definitely meant for, like, the normal folk. Freak of nature's the whole lot of you.
Big
Where's
people.
the rest of you?
Coming up behind you to kick your ass.
If you can fucking reach it. God.
That I can reach it better than you, fat ass.
Oh!
You say what? Come here, boy.
Over, don't want to roll your own. 5 seconds in, brawl.
5-second brawl happens. Actually, make a couple of attack rolls.
No.
You're bad. You're bad too.
Wow.
Okay. Come on. That piece of...
Oh God, y'all died.
That was a 1.
Oh no.
So we are just saying goodbye to that die. That's the second one tonight. Yep, now it's going back into the bag. And the second one. Woo, much better. It said just an attack roll. I'm like unarmed, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you want to take a knife out, by all means. But
I
if you're
wasn't
going
going
unarmed, you're going. This guy, portly fellow, is definitely very sweaty and very rotund. But
I could
he's
slice
coming
some
at you.
ham off.
He's coming at you with just these 2 hulking, meaty claw hands known as a fist.
So the first one was a 1, the second one is a 21.
Yeah. So you go in for a punch and you kind of hit the belly and you just see the center mash is like kind of hit that, and he looks at you all funny like whack, and get a fist right square in the face. You reel back, and as you do realize, wait a minute, center mass, whack, go right into the side of his knee, left knee. He crumples, hits the ground, and instead of like anger, all you start hearing is like just this maniacal laughter. He's like, drink for him.
Hey, good show, buddy.
Good show.
And
Good show.
Yimmer tries to help him up.
He gets back up and he kind of stumbles, given that you just cracked his knee a good one. And he eventually gets back up, but given to his size, he hobbles a little bit slower than the rest of it, and he goes back to the bar.
Well, you always did have a way of endearing yourself to people.
Yep. Now people know we're here. So, if you know, we want anyone to find us, now they know.
All right. Barkeep, a plate of your least moldy whatever's on the grill.
Oh, give me a second. Oh, calf cramp.
It's like, okay.
No, I'm
Oh, this
serious.
shit ain't moldy.
I was just like, I was like kind of just stretching out my calf. I'm like, oh, this is fine. This is like,
I was like, what, where?
What's he reaching for?
It was at that moment he realized he fucked up.
Yup.
When the NPC becomes the DM, the
Hey,
injuries
that's a pickle jar.
transfer.
The injuries transfer. This hurts me more than it hurts you.
Given I just noticed your blanket burrito.
Oh yeah.
I've been thinking about
Okay, guys,
doing
guys,
it for the
guys,
last hour.
Okay. You yell over, and it's not so much as like a person who's serving, it's kind of like the cook and the barkeep at the same time.
Yeah.
And you notice that it's just this very skinny, like very ragged looking lizard folk person. Very dark, scaly skin, and like not so much as plumage, but whatever like the spikage that comes out of the forehead crest just goes right back. It almost looks like a mohawk. He looks over. All right, fried bread, right for you. Okay, kind of just slithers on in. A couple seconds later, he comes out, and the food is very much not great to look at. It's full. It looks like it's full of grease and possibly more if you really want to look into it. But at this point, you've walked into you walked into the Kraken's whip. You've already signed your death warrant.
Yimmer
Well.
digs in.
You eat the food, and it's as bland as it looks, but it's not actually as bad in taste. The texture could be a little bit better.
This is almost like when
No.
we were out east.
Question of mechanics. Is it possible that we might be spending long enough just sitting down, eating, that we could get a short rest in?
I
And
mean,
I could use a hit dice.
yeah, sure. Given that you guys have kind of been like slowly sauntering through Noon Square, heading back into Iron Bridge, you would be able to, yeah, like that and the sitting down. And I mean, Yimmer starting a fight definitely doesn't condone to short
Yeah,
rest.
Yimmer won't get the short rest.
Yeah, Yimmer wouldn't get the short rest. He would have to wait a little bit at that point. But mechanic wise, you get a short rest.
Cool. So do just kind of strum out a little song of rest while I'm doing so. Just kind of 13 days of riding, moon above my only friend. Time will only tell if an arrow or the rope will be my end. I got a price upon my head. It says alive or dead. There ain't no resting for a wanted man. So that I get an extra D6. Yay, I'm back to full health.
Yay.
Right on. So you heal right on up. And so, what is the general purpose of you being in the seediest part of town? Or the seediest bar that
well,
you think of?
I guess as Diamondback's finishing that up, Yimmer kind of pipes up like, "Yeah, wasn't that great, everyone? Yeah, would anyone here not like this kind of guy? Like, who would ever raise a finger to an angelic voice like this? Do anyone know anyone like you who would do such a thing?"
I'd like for you to make. Oh, I don't know if this is a persuasion check or if this is a deception check, given that you're trying to double talk. I would go with the deception check. Because this is very much putting the seeds out.
Oh, fine. Don't give me a +8. Give me a natural 20, motherfucker.
Is that still at disadvantage because of your exhaustion?
Shit.
I refer to that second part of the statement, motherfucker. 14.
you're putting it out there, and some people are looking, and I mean, Diamondback did draw attention to himself singing, just like having his boots up, very much Puss in Boots style, just like
Yeah. Oh, the lyrics of the song were very much meant to be like, hey, somebody in this town's after me.
give a performance check for that,
Yeah, sure.
because I know you're doing it as a song of rest, but still very much you're performing it to other people outside
Yep.
of what would be your bounds.
There we go. Well, with disadvantage, that's another 18.
Okay.
Some people are looking around, and
Ex-
some people are looking around and very much looking back and forth. You notice a couple of the patrons just kind of like not so much as long eyeing you, but you get the sense that they might know a little bit more than the average bear.
Giving us the side eye.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll be right back. Watch my back.
Will do.
I'm gonna kind of saunter on up to those individuals, plank myself down.
Yeah.
Afternoon, partners. Buy a
You
drink.
walk up to these two humans. They're kind of very much middle-aged and hardened by work, given what they do. You see that their arms are very like their arms and their chests are very barreled and huge, given that you get the sense that they're blacksmiths, and that's all they've ever known. They've got the bead of sweat and like the soot still on them that they haven't even bothered to try and wash off. They stink to high heaven.
Couldn't help but notice you seem to take note of my song. Particular style you like? I do take requests.
They kind of look at each other and they kind of keeping quiet to them between themselves.
I fish out 2 gold, kind of plank it on the table and sort of slide it towards, like one towards each, and go. How about a little social lubricant?
Uh,
They look down. They look down at the gold. The one on the right, the furthest one from you, takes the one. The other one gives a quick nod. The one closest to you looks at you. What do you need to know?
Well, this and that. For one thing, then seems I've been running afoul of a cult. Been doing some business around here. A group by the name of Lya Shaeras. They've been sending folk after me every now and again. Seems my songs at their expense have not been received well. You hear about anybody going after a bard or trying to put a knife in my back?
You're at the Kraken's whip, my friend. Someone's gonna try and stab you.
Well, so much the worse for them. Like the one of this cult that tried to corner me in an alley the other day. Don't even know if they found his body yet.
Hmm. Maybe, maybe not, depending on where it was. But you're looking to get that target off your back. I suggest you stop singing.
So it's working then, is it?
Obviously not. You're still here talking to me.
All right. Well, I do appreciate you. Give me that much at least, and I fish out 2 more gold coins and kind of place them down on the table. Don't push them yet. And just out of my own personal curiosity, you fellows happen to know anything about this Violet Fury character? a bit new to town. I don't know too much about him.
As you're saying that, he's gonna try and make a quick swipe at it. He's gonna make a sleight of hand, try and pull the coins
Alright.
away.
Okay. So should I? Sorry, do you want me to make a sleight of hand in?
Yeah, like it's
Response, or is
basically
he-
like
yeah.
contested
Oh, okay,
dex,
yeah.
contested dex checks. But since you have both fingers on the coins, I'm giving you sleight of
Yeah.
hand because I
Cool.
figure you're probably better at that.
All right. Okay, with disadvantage, that's only an 11.
An 11. Without even thinking, he takes both coins.
Hmm.
By
Nice
the Fury. That's. He's like, he looks, like the coin. Violet Fury. Going from a cult. Violet Fury. One of the colors. You are one fucked up individual, aren't you?
I'm a
And it-
bard, friend.
Okay, that's got to be a fucking t-shirt moment.
I'm a bard. One fucked up
You're a one
individual.
fucked up individual. I'm a bard.
I love it.
I know nothing on this.
I
You think I
kinda
know
pull my,
things about people in power?
well,
Old
like I
numbnuts over
said,
here
like you
doesn't
said.
speak a fucking word, and you come up to us and start asking us about Violet Fury and a cult?
Well, look, I'm in a seedy part of town. Information tends to pass around these places, and strictly speaking, it's always worth having a try. Like I said, curious.
Notice that the other guy comes up and stands up behind you.
Mm.
Yimmer, you're noticing this as well, but you're not sensing any sort of like negative intent. It's just very much like leans in behind you in the left ear and whispers, "If you're looking for a cult, it's underneath us."
And I pull out a piece of platinum and just kind of pass it over my shoulder to him. You care to get a little more specific?
No.
Well,
The other one looks up, ears are all around. They've been making their presence known a little bit more in Iron Bridge. Nobody's afraid. Nobody's wants to talk.
all right, well. And turn about being fair play. Another piece of platinum and pass it over to that fella. Well,
He nods his head and he turns around. The other one gets back and sits on the stool.
yeah. Well, I appreciate you all saying as much as you did.
You know, I should advertise myself as a sketchy person so some player can come and talk to me and give me money. So I just spit out information.
Yeah.
See, that's why Yimmer tells people he's a spy. How else are you supposed to get stuff?
like, you are a genius.
Now, y'all have yourselves a good afternoon, and well, if you happen to see me around and you happen to know more, as you can see, I'm generous. And I keep my hand on my coin purse as I get up and walk away.
All right. So with that, I'm assuming you've gained all the information you need, and you're gonna head back into Castle Ministad.
That's the plan, at least
Cool.
from my perspective. Yim, I don't
Yep.
know if you've got.
I'd like for the both of you to make perception checks.
Hmm. I am going to. I think I've got a hanging inspiration from a couple of sessions ago as well. I don't know if
Yep.
that still counts.
Oh, of course
Yep,
it does.
cool. I'm gonna burn that so that I don't roll at disadvantage. And I got a 2 on the dice anyway. How do you like that,
Oh,
Bruce? It's a
14.
solid 7.
14.
14. You guys are tired. As much as you've ate food, it's not sitting right on you. I mean, you just ate bargeries. And not the good kind of bargeries. It's just like oversaturated in salts and fats, and it's like, it's claiming all the wrong parts of your intestines at this point.
Yeah.
You're walking through the
Starting to
town,
think
you're
that-
heading through Iron Bridge, and you're going through the narrow passages that lead into the Half Pint District, into the military ward. You're looking around, just generally seeing if you're being watched, followed. You're not really seeing anything. Not hearing anything. You're pretty sure that you're okay. Making it as Castle Menestad. And head into your rooms. I'm just gonna forego the whole role playing section of going to the Elderflower.
okay, but keep in mind, Howard the Goose has a player bane. Yeah.
What'd you do?
What?
I don't know.
What
Apparently, I
happened?
know what I did, but I don't know what I did. I probably forgot.
But you know why, and you should think about it, and you should feel bad about it.
Exactly.
You know why. You are terrible. Shame on you. How could you?
I don't know. I'll let you know when I
Honor is serving
remember what I
justice
did.
for what that you did.
It's
Once
for
you
the
figure out what
book
you
Must be
did.
done.
This is for the calf cramp you gave me. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He definitely wasn't pulling anything out of his butt. Straight up what it looked like. Straight up. Like, oh,
Cool.
finally, I'm molding a thing in there.
I mean, given that a lot of these are have disadvantage on skill checks and whatnot, have super disadvantage.
Super duper.
Roll 3
Super
die
hell.
and take the lowest.
You have
Oh
super
boy.
Basically.
Oh,
Super disadvantage.
You guys head back from your dinners and you're very exhausted. And you see a letter and a notice posted on your door. Yimmer and Diamondback, you came back first and you noticed it. And it says, Fury calling a dinner. Be at Pinmo's room or quarters for when dinner is being served.
What do you think
Well.
he's going to call dinner? Supper?
Gary.
I was gonna say, yeah, well, he might call it Phil. Well,
Guess that depends on who
whatever the
cook is.
hell we ate is sitting in my. Oh, sorry.
No, no.
You'll make room.
Whatever we ate is sitting in my gut like a lead brick somehow mixed with acid. So, what the hell?
And it's at this point, as you guys turn around, Yimmer, Diamondback, you turn around, you see Howard Halsterian, spleen. Belly is somewhat engorged and more full, and smiles all across the face, even though Howard and Halsterian look dead to rights, tired. You just see the contentness on their face.
Ooh, when I said like I could eat half a cow, they still impress me by bringing me a big old half a cow. I'm full.
Well, too bad. Dinner plans.
What?
I could eat again.
I can't.
Figured you mightn't. I passed the note over to Howard.
Oh, I was like,
Ah, damn it.
What does it say?
We gotta go have another dinner meeting like last night. I hope they don't expect us to eat.
I'll eat your portion.
Okay, that'll work.
Our hero.
Sitting
What
there
will
having
you
this
guys do without
conversation,
me?
you see Jarok and Elris come up, and they are in their academy blues, just kind of generalized, being like, "Okay, we're going to dinner. We got the call to go to dinner with Fury, so we're just doing this to be more presentary."
Y'all heading that way too?
Yeah, we're doing that. Everybody of note seems to be going to this dinner, so let's go.
Alright.
Yes,
I
well,
hope there's a lot of bread.
I'm just gonna start slowly crawling my way there.
You guys head up eventually, like, yeah, you guys go to the third floor where Pinmo's offices are, and very much like it's set up as it was last night. There's a bunch of tables and everything set, ready to go, cutlery, very beautiful sets of silverware and chalices. And so you see Harplin again, Berwick is there, see your Orland, Felderwin, Attenuate Flemish Heart, Jarok, NC, Elris. All you guys show up. Violet Fury is already there, and he's already eating. There's no real like sit down and formality of it all. It's just a sit down, get some food in you. Let's plan. You see Garnham there. There's a couple other people from the council coming in. And so everybody within the parliamentary and everybody who's been working with Fury, Pinmo, is immediately there. Fury calls up. So, it's been a day. I didn't see an elemental being summoned in the training yard. What happened? Flemish stands up. I understand that you're a combat master and you have very little knowledge and retention of what happens of the arcane arts. We're able to actually summon one. But I tell you this, and you see Flemish just barely keeping himself awake during all of this. He's a bit of an older dragonborn. So you definitely see like some of the scales are sagging around the eyes and kind of drooping, more sallow in the cheeks. The fact that we were able to create this scroll, and he holds it right up, we have the ability to summon one of these elementals into a plate of armor. And Orlin kind of half drags the armor that was inscribed. These two things together. These two things together. We might have a very powerful ally on our side. Orlin looks up. Yeah. Honestly, it took a lot out of us to do this, but we completed what you had asked. Honestly, it really will work. I strongly believe in that. I saw that. Fury looks down. I believe you. Thank you. All your hard work. All of you deserve the rest that you have put all this effort into. And I see the scroll. Flemish walks over, hands over the scroll. He opens it up and starts looking it over. You know, I could never understand this gobbledygook. Wraps it back, hands it over. Well, things are going to happen tomorrow. Why not summon it? Good to have it. Now, let's talk about tomorrow. Let's plan. Carplin, you're going to make a speech, right? And Carplin looks up. Ah, yes. Seeing the soft elvish features peeking and just his hands pursed together, always seemingly pursed together. Yes. Yes, we will. I will be doing that. It will be rallying, trying to garner the morale of the people around us. I do worry. I want to use these fireworks that have been made, but I don't want to scare the people. Violet and Fury looks over. No, that is okay. I think fireworks will invigorate the crowds. It might be a scare at first, but we need to show them that they are strong and resilient, and with loud noises, they will not scare easily. Enmo looks up. Are you sure about that? But, I'm not going to argue with him. I don't even believe that. Whatever. He just sits back, continues to eat, and takes it from the chalice. I plan to make myself as bait. I'm going to put myself out there. I'm going to make myself a target. I want them to come after me. That way, we can trap them in. And he starts going over a detailed battle plan about putting in flanking maneuvers, post guards at specific key points for ease of access in and out. The design of the stalls and everything were meant to funnel people in, but also easily funnel people out in case of an emergency. Team them. I want you to run point. I want all of you to be in the crowds. If something is going to happen, I want you to be there. Flemish, give them the scroll. If we're going to have somebody summon anything, it'll be one of them. I have faith in their abilities. I've been reading over their dossiers. Do any of you have objections or concerns?
Only
My only
that
concern.
we don't know how long we'll be able to maintain control over that element.
In my mind, not the control that I seek. It's added chaos towards everything else. If we can funnel people in and out quickly, then all that's left
It's the cult.
is the cultists and what maybe they summon.
Yep.
Also, we need to figure out a way to hide that armor out somewhere in the festival.
I mean, one of you could be wearing it.
Yeah, is the armor obvious looking? It looks like, well, armor with a design on it than anything else. Wear a cloak.
Am I ever able to make my mage armor, like, visible? Purposefully visible?
The design of mage armor, or the spell mage armor, is very much supposed to be a shimmer. It's supposed to be like, for lack of a better term, like the shields from Halo, where it's there, but as soon as it gets hit,
Mm-hmm.
it reflects.
I'll wear it.
Wear a cloak.
I have plenty of robes to wear over it. It'll be fine.
Get the fluffy one.
As far as I can tell, we can set it to easily rig itself to let go of you. In one fell swoop, you won't have it on.
That would
Someone
work.
can summon.
Hal, it might fit better on me since I already carry a shield. It might be a little less out of place.
As you wish.
It seems like we have a battle plan. I like this. And of course, I'm going to be in there as well.
Well, that brings me to my concern, Your Honor. I admire the living hell out of your willingness to put yourself on the line there, but little I've been able to gather in the last little while, it seems like you are very much needed here, needed to be coordinating. I offer myself as an alternative source of bait. I've been pissing them off. They don't like what I've been saying, and the more I sing about Izana, the more they want to put knives in me.
So I've heard that you've been singing in around the town. No. Why throw a chicken wing when a steak will do?
Well, I suppose I can't argue with that logic. I just thought I'd offer.
Hinmo here is going to be running everything out of Menestad. We'll be having our guards here. That'll be okay.
Right. Well, only other thing I can offer then is if it's helpful to know. As Yimmer and I were out today, we went around to some places looking for information, and we were able to dig up some intel that the cult has been making themselves known very specifically in Ironbridge. The source we spoke to said that they were underneath. Not a character question. Were the sewers we cleared out under Ironbridge?
Yep. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, you're dumb.
Yeah. Now, that's the area we cleared out. I don't know if that information's out of date, but from what it sounded like, they've still got some kind of presence there. Don't know if there's any way you can investigate or maybe tie up some of them underground passages, but, well, I heard it, thought I'd offer it.
This is why I brought Gilvin in. I have my hands in many different places. I have a lot of things planned, strategized, and thought out. There's a reason why I am a color. I appreciate you putting forward all this information and being brave enough to bring it forward in front of everyone around here. But I think that's everything I have to say about this. I know what my plans are. You guys will have your plans for tomorrow.
Do we have a plan B? If shit goes south, what's next?
Protect the people.
What we always do.
Improvise. Got it. I
Improvise.
love improvisation.
Best we can.
Big word. Ha.
He
Alright.
sits and looks back. Everybody is tired. Orland starts playing with the lockets there. Fury looks over. I know this is running a little bit late, guys, but just give me this moment.
Oh, you're good.
Mhm.
Good.
Orland, Fury looks over. Did you find anything else with those things? Orland looks over. No, they're just extra planar, and one of them says Patrina in it, but that's about it.
Spleen's knee hits the the bottom of the table goes boom. Silverware clatters.
Wait.
You okay?
What'd you say?
Katrina. That is what this one says.
Give me that. Let me see that. Get over here. Let me see that.
He gets up and he's kind of not taking his time, but you can definitely tell he's super exhausted as well.
Take your time.
Here.
Alright.
You look down and it says Patrina. You see this locket and there's a picture of this very beautiful drow. Hair done up in this very dark bluish fashion. And she's a sight to behold.
Patrina. My Patrina.
I want to dig through my stuff and get the flower out. It's
Mhm.
probably wilted, but it's still I have it.
Yep. Well, it's probably very destroyed given that you just pulled it out of your pocket and it's been in there probably for a while.
It's okay. I still have it. This woman. I think I know. I don't really know her. But she's dead.
What?
What? I would expect that whoever is in these lockets are dead. They're old, very old. I get that she's drow, but
Her ghost lingers. I've seen her ghost. She's in the woods.
a lot of people are looking at you like you're speaking crazy.
You mean
The ghost. The ghost, yes.
no?
Yes.
Really?
When I went back, yes. When I went back there,
You see a lot of
she
visible.
spoke to me saying, she said Patrina. She gave me her name and it was Patrina. There's probably a
why
lot of
you were
Patrinas, but
freaking out
like,
in that one message. Didn't I tell you, Hal, that one day that we sent her, we used sending to reach out to her, and she was like super hyped up, excited, more than normal, talking gibberish.
it's beyond the point, but I don't know if this is the same, but that ghost is very pretty, and she's very pretty. And they both have the name Patrina.
That's it. The logic's right there. Case closed.
The gorillas did it! The gorillas killed Patrina.
Let's.
Can I keep this? Maybe I could go back.
I need to. I don't feel comfortable with you having that because I still need to look at these and really thoroughly examine them. And well, Elris and he's good with all this kind of stuff. I'm sorry, Miss Spleen, but please.
Spleen, how about this? Why don't we let them hang on to it for now? Study it a little bit while we take care of tomorrow.
Fine.
Elris, no offense. I don't want you in combat.
Hey, that's fair.
Take it.
When
He-
all
he
this
takes
is
it back.
over tomorrow, you guys mind if we take that thing and go visit a friend of
yeah,
Spleen's?
that's fine. I'm gonna be here. I just want to look over these things since we're kind of gonna be doing nothing else.
She
willing
seems
to
stuck
talk
there.
to us.
Us?
can
Me?
communicate.
I don't know about you.
You know what I mean.
She's mine.
Maybe
She'll talk
we
to
can
me.
find out more about these things.
Theory speaks up. Enough. It seems like you already have your plan. I appreciate the vigor that's going on here, and there seems to be a little bit more than just this cult going on here. I'd be curious myself after all this is said and done, but let's stay focused at the task at hand.
Precisely.
Miss Spleen, this locket will be here when you get back. We have everything else to focus on, and you have your orders. So please, eat, drink, but don't drink too much. We have a big day ahead of us tomorrow. With the dinner going on, everybody in quiet contemplation, getting ready and mentally fortifying yourselves for tomorrow. That's where we're going to call tonight's session. Welcome to level 9, guys.
Oh,
What?
Oh,
Wait, what?
Oh, yeah.
shit.
What? What does that mean?
Oh, damn.
I don't know what
What
that.
is
Ooh,
happening?
That
wait.
means
What
more
is that?
spells.
Yeah, what spell?
5th level
Yep.
spells.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get.
You guys have been working hard, and you guys have been role playing like absolute bosses and monsters. It has been a long time coming, but I figured doing this level up now because you've spent all this time prepping. And now we'll have to see what happens next session. I would like to say thank you to everybody who has stayed along for the ride. I want to say thank you for their patience and allowing us to explore this more slowly and thoroughly and in depth. But I also want to say that we are still in the middle of a pandemic and that shit is happening. There's a lot of shit happening in the world, and we need to recognize that. We got to be kind to each other. We got to social distance, show respect, love, everything that goes with it. I'm also going to say, if you're ever curious, Mondays at 7:30 Eastern Standard, Wild Beyond the Witchlight, run by our own Dire Bear GM, Heath. He's an excellent dungeon master. One of my inspirations to getting into this, and if I didn't get bullied by Maddie, I wouldn't be here. So I would say give him a shot. Well, our own Spleen is in it. Not as
Yay.
Spleen, but as Fanny.
Different kind of sad.
Hello.
But with that, I wish all of you a good night. Please be safe. I love you all, and do you dare to imagine?
Nice.